Hey guys, it's Tom Box. Welcome to MST.TV, and this is Build with a Budget. This is the first time I'm doing this where I'm going to take 3 structure decks and throw a budget on top. I asked you guys if you guys wanted to see like a triple structure deck. Usually if it was an actual good structure deck that can work out of the box, that usually works well. This is not the case. This one actually suffers from like easy to counter syndrome where anyone can just throw an Ash on you and you just feel really bad. So in fact, we're going to change it up. We're going to put a little budget on top. So this is going to be the Sacred Beast build with a budget challenge where if I am able to keep the thing under, say, $30, then we're good. I get 3 stars. If I can't do that, if I go over to under $50, then I get 2 stars, and if I go above that, then I get 1 star. If I go into 3 digits, then I get 0 stars, and I have to give the entire deck away. How about that? So anyways, to make this one more viable, here's the challenge. I haven't looked up the prices of any of the cards I actually put in. I just play tested it online and I just shoved it all together. And I'm gonna do it for you guys. It might look like it's real time because I'm gonna do every part of the editing in post, and I'll tally it at the end just so that we know what budget I've gone to. And we'll see how I did. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit subscribe, ding notification bell, and hit all notifications to stay up to date with MST.TV. And thank you Patreons out there for making videos like this one possible. Without you guys, I don't know, you guys are like the secret backbone of this entire operation. So I really appreciate you guys for helping me out. And you guys can help out this channel by checking out the Patreon link down in the description below. And let's jump in. So up top, that's going to be where my counter is, and of course out of our $60 budget, we have already blown through, well, $30. So we're going to deduct $30 off of that, and we're going to be working with that particular budget. And if you guys are asking where did I get this mat, this is Imperium Duel. This is, I guess this is the Demon Slayer mat. Really beautiful mat. I think the coloring is amazing, and that's what I'm showing the Tanjiro side this time. I already showed you guys the Nezuko side. Really cute stuff. Now we're onto the Tanjiro side. All right, and we're gonna do our budgeting as we go. You guys get the live update. I'm gonna do a tally at the end for my own sake, just to let you guys know what's going on. How I put this deck together is because I was playing it online, and then I shoved it all together, and this is the deck profile we're going with. We got a main deck and an extra deck. Starting off with the main deck, we are playing Uria. It is the worst one, hands down, because it's really hard to maintain an attack, and you have to run a trap to get the attack to kind of stick, and you're not really putting that many traps into the graveyard. So ultimately, this is there for the namesake, and we're playing Armitile, so that's why we're gonna need the extra name. Playing double Hamon and triple Ravio. Of course, one of the Ravio being a win con to boost your attack of your Ravio by an extra 4,000, and giving you the ability to attack everything your opponent controls. So this is win con based, this is your aggression, this is your default defense and control. This is the ratio I'm running. You could run like a larger ratio if you want, but I feel like if you run any more than that, you're going to start bricking really badly. And you have no way to really toss these into the graveyard, and they don't really synergize very well with your hand. The only way that you can really profit off of these cards is that if you have the Chaos Summoning Beast summoning out of your hand. This is decent enough for me, and because you don't really need that many copies, it's fine. 1 or 2 copies is actually beneficial. 3 or 4 copies, it's a brick. So moving on. Okay, on to our Summoning Beast. We have Dark Beckoning Beast, triple. This is your normal summon of the deck. You want to summon this card out. Search the spell card, the one that searches the continuous spell. You guys know what I'm talking about, we'll get there. At the opening of the Spirit Gates, that's what it's called. So you want to search that card so that you can actually summon more Beckoning Beasts out of the graveyard, because Beckoning Beasts, they all have 0 attack and defense, but that's not the only thing you can actually summon back. Here's a funny story, guys. I actually won against a matchup using this card. I made a misplay by summoning it out, summoning out one of my monsters with Dark Summoning Beast, and Dark Summoning Beast just doesn't let me attack. Funny story is that because it cannot be destroyed by battle, I ended up surviving, and then I ended up killing my opponent. So that was a pretty interesting thing. And I also had to revive it with the opening of the Spirit Gate, so that was kind of cool too. This is mainly your normal summon. Remember, it gives you an additional Fiend-based normal summon as well. So that's going to be very important to actually create the combo. And I'll show you the combo afterwards. Triple Chaos Summoning Beast. One of the best cards in the entire deck because it can summon out the Sacred Beast out of your hand, and it also, when you can banish it in the graveyard to get you that field spell, so ultimately turning it into a pot of greed. So I think this is one of the best cards available. It is level 1. Levels don't really matter. I'm not playing 1 for 1. So yeah, there's this. One of the most important cards. One of the cards that you would probably search for if you had more monsters in your hand. And of course we have Dark Summoning Beast. I'm only playing 2 copies because these are level 5. They can brick. If you open a handful of these guys with the Dark Summoning Beast, it is awful. And we're talking about like 9 cards that are potential bricks as a combination, then you have a pretty decent combination of bricking. So we're trying to minimize this when we're not playing 3. And if you activate 2 of these, you're probably running out of the beasts themselves. You're running out of the Sacred Beast simply because if you use Chain Summoning Beast for one, Dark Summoning Beast for the other one, what is the second one going to bring you? It can only bring you 1 copy. And in terms of the ratio of what we have, if you already search Uria, that means the only other 2 hard kids you have are either Raviel or Hamon, and those are also 1 each, so you don't really need to go any further with this current ratio. Alright, now we're going into hand traps. We have Effect Baler. I guess this is the first card that's out of budget, so let's tally that one up there. I think it's one of the cheapest ones. The reason why it's cheap is because it was reprinted in Dual Devastator as an Ultra, and that one's really cheap. I'm expecting all the commons to be really cheap. I don't really have any commons on me, but we're going to go with the lowest price possible, and this is good enough, I would say, as a hand trap that's on a budget, and especially when it's still pretty popular. You can still stop Christian Clifford Braxton. In fact, I used it to stop it against a Synchro Eldritch, and they lost. It's really funny. It's just a simple hand trap. Okay, and I guess we have another one-off card here. We have Exodius. This is actually to help you replenish some of the Sacred Beasts that have died and put it back into the deck. I think it's actually quite important that you're able to cycle that, and being level 10, you can overlay into a rank 10 with this particular card, which is also very useful. Also, it's dark, so it's going to synergize with another card later on. Of course, we have our Search spell, one of the most important cards. Unfortunately, this is going to only be like a 6 search cards, like a 6 cards of searching in this deck rather than a typical like solid 9. Still good. Just remember, this card can revive 0 attack and defense monsters by discarding. So if you're holding onto like a Sacred Beast and you have a proper target, just feel free to discard it and summon it onto the field. It works out really nicely. And of course, this one gives you the search. I haven't really used the effect to take a continuous spell from the graveyard and add it back to my hand. I would like to try that, but I haven't really gotten the opportunity to do so. But I guess you're going to add back your Cerulean Skyfire. So this is like one of your consistency cards. Next, Triple Allure of Darkness. Oh, hopefully this was not too expensive. I remember the commons were, I guess they were like $5 maybe. But yeah, I can't really do it. I can't even put Upstart into this deck. What do you think I'm made of money and life points? Yeah, that one's way too expensive. I think that would actually blow my budget here. I think with the Shaddoll structure deck, and I believe the Dark Vault structure deck also had this one. So hopefully it's a pretty cheap common, but it is a dark, and I think it's actually really useful to actually have dark base searching, and most of the deck is also dark. And I don't mind banishing because I also play another spell card to revive some of this stuff. Field spell wise, Fallen Paradise, because this protects all of your Sacred Beasts, including, I forgot, it was actually including this guy as well. And even if you have Armor Tile on the field, you can also use it to draw cards. So this is actually very, very useful. And it's probably one of the best cards because it also provides you with 2-card draw. So protection and draw 2 cards, I don't think it gets any better than that. Arguably one of the better field spells in the entire game. Alright, now for other spells, we have Cerulean Skyfire, playing 2 copies of this. Just gives you the additional negation. I believe it is once per turn per copy. If you're able to put 2 Hamons on the field, the effect is continuous. So if you want to negate something, even Super Poly, that's what one of you guys mentioned down in the comments, you can actually use this to negate Super Poly, which is also very nice. But remember, it only negates the effect activated, so it doesn't really destroy anything, and that's the unfortunate part. It doesn't really stop like Mystic Mines. Then there's also Dimension Fusion Destruction. Now, if I had the money, I would be playing the Predaplant Verde Anaconda to dump this card to give me a very quick summon. Unfortunately, that's not the case, so this one is just there as like a backup plan. Like last resort, summon out an Armor Tile, or summon out the other fusion monster, Trilogic. And 1 Foolish Burial. This one is under 50 cents. Doesn't count. Monster Reborn. Under 50 cents. Doesn't count. DDR. 49 cents. Doesn't count. So we're still good. I mean, if people won't give you this for free, I'd give it to you for free. But I know how much this one costs. This one's like $5 per copy. This is Call for the Grave. You want to stop Ash Blossom. You don't want to activate your Dark Summoning Beast and only for it to get ashed out. And that really hurts because you committed 2 normal summons for it already. So you need something to stop that. You want something to stop the Effect Veiler that's preventing you from using your Chaos Summoning Beast. So that's really important. 1 MST because it came in the structure deck. This is your spell trap removal. What do you think I am? Made of money? Twin Twisters? Can't afford that in this particular build. But if you had it already, you can go ahead and feel free to put it in. But this MST is mainly for like Mystic Mines and different kinds of Floodgates. And one of the biggest ways for this deck to win is to use Floodgates. But start off with this guy, Hyper Blaze. Using this card to add back cards like Awakening of the Sacred Beast and Skill Drain is one of the best feelings because these are floodgates that stop your monster effects. Once you get to 2 Sacred Beasts with this card, you're likely going to win the game. I'm not saying it's completely secured, but it's very favorable, and you're not likely going to die because of the amount of life points you gain from the first effect. I actually managed to get all 3 monsters out in 2 turns, and rather than going on the aggression, I just waited and passed turn. That was actually against my Eldritch game where I started off with just a Hamon, and then I dumped a Raviol out, and then I got an Area, and I put the Hamon in defense mode so that they can't hit the Area, and the game was basically secure from there. So it was pretty fun. And Skill Drain is really good because you got 4K beat stick, and once you get 4K beat sticks, the bigger beat stick with the simplified game state is always going to be the winner. That would be it for the main deck. Okay, here we go. Extra deck. Luckily, this part is mostly free. Triple Armor Tile, because I have nothing else I can really put in this extra deck that wouldn't blow my budget. The Nightmare package is a bit too expensive. Hopefully you guys have it, and you can fill in the extra slot. You don't need 3 of these. I'm only putting in here because I'm really budget, and also I don't want my opponent to rip it out of my extra deck. If they're going to be ripping a card out of my extra deck, then I still want this still to be available. So at least play 2 in a budget variant. But if you're not playing a budget variant, you might not be playing this, so it wouldn't really matter. So triple Armor Tile just because I am poor. Next, we have triple Trilogic because it came in the deck. So yeah, triple. I won 1 game where my opponent was at 50 life points and I need to burn them, and this actually burned it off of a Link Karibo of all things. And okay, onto the Xyz. Super Dreadnought Real Cannondora, or Super Dora, and then we also have Gustav Max, 2 of them. These are super cheap. These are under 50 cents each, so I'm just not going to count them in towards my total tally because I'd give them to you. I have a whole stack of these, and these are really cheap. And even the Sister of the Rose copy, the rares are also really cheap as well. So anything under $1, I don't really count. Almirage, 27 cents. This one's just so mass reprinted on Dual Overload, so whatever. Barricade Board Blocker. This, my guess is maybe this is like 50 cents or less. But okay, this one is here for utility. It's just so that you can add back your continuous spells or traps, and if you actually make it and keep it on field, it will protect your copy. You put a Hamon in defense mode, you put this in attack mode, you have the field spell out, you're kind of really well protected. So you can actually utilize some of those bodies coming from the Beckoning Beast, because if you have the Beckoning Beast, Summoning Beast, like in the graveyard, and you have the opening of the Spirit Gates, you can easily generate all these bodies. And what are you going to use with all those bodies? Menzel makes something that's rather useful. Barricade Board Blocker and the Defense Mode Hamon can really do the trick here. And the most important extra deck card only has 1 print, so I'm thinking it costs something. Pentastag, maybe it's like $3, $2. I'm hoping it's like maybe under like $2. But yeah, Pentastag. This is important because you have such big beat sticks. Just remember, if you're going to go on the aggression, put your monsters under the extra monster zone so that you can benefit off of the Pentastag. And I've won so many games just Pentastag and just punching. One of the best feelings against my opponent, I did this against them. I put a Pentastag and then I made Armor Tile and I punched whatever that was in defense mode and I just won the game. Okay, so let's count some of the cards here. We have Exodius. This one is free. It's under $1, 49 cents. We have triple Call of the Grave. I know that this is going to be the most expensive card in the entire deck. These are $5 each. So this is 15 already. I'm blowing my budget. Wow, super thrifty. Then we have triple Allure of Darkness. The cheapest ones I found from structure decks, they are going to be $2. Although I'm not sure if they're going to stay like that because they always go up. They always do. Like after like for a while, there's no printing, then they just go up again. This is 15, 21. I miscalculated this one. I thought this was like $2 to $3. Apparently, the cheapest copy of Skill Drain for a common is about 5. So this is now 26. 2, 3. Cheapest Veilers I found that were common about $2 each. Oh boy, this is 26. 32. 50 cents. Less than 50 cents. Less than 50 cents. So I lost a star from the Veiler. I think I lost a star mainly because the Skill Drain, I totally thought it was going to be a lot cheaper, but apparently not. So I kind of blew my budget there. So I'm $2 over already. So I'm 2-star build right now. Now for the extra deck. We're not even done. So I'm definitely, I don't think I was ever going to hit that mark. A Mirage here. This one is about under 50 cents for the dual overload print. So this doesn't count. Barricade Borg Blocker, 17 cents. Pentastag, only one print. This one actually added to the budget. It's about $1.50. So now I'm at $33.50 for my budget. And these common Gustav Maxes, they are really cheap. They don't count. And same with this Dora. These are like all under 50 cents. So the total that I got added was from the Pentastag. So this is the part that actually costs money. And my total budget, including the structure decks, it's $63.50. That's the budget. And so I got 2-star, not too bad, but this is actually a much more viable build compared to just shoving 3 structure decks together. Okay, quick combo tutorial if you guys don't know how to play this deck. Ideally, you want to have a Dark Beckoning Beast or an Opening of the Spirit Gates in your hand, and then you can pair it off with either a Chaos Summoning Beast or a Dark Summoning Beast. But either way, you're going to need 1 copy of these 2 and 1 copy of either of these. I guess if you have both of these, technically you have both. But anyways, let's just put the Chaos Summoning Beast there, and then we'll just change it up. So starting off with the combo, normal summon out the Dark Beckoning Beast. We're going to add the Opening of the Spirit Gates, activate the Opening of the Spirit Gates. You can add the Dark Summoning Beast. This is what I'm doing right now. Might not, if you guys got a better way of doing this, let me know in the comment section, because I might be doing something wrong completely. Then we have the additional normal summon, so we're going to go ahead and summon out the Dark Summoning Beast. And we're going to tribute it off, and now we get to summon out a Hamon. Start with a Hamon, and okay, so keep it here. So now that we have the Hamon, we have the Dark Summoning Beast, we can go ahead and banish this particular Dark Summoning Beast, and we can add ourselves a Raviel. And with the Raviel in hand, we can summon it with the Chain Summoning Beast, as long as we can put the Chain Summoning Beast onto the field. To do that, we're going to activate the Opening of the Spirit Gates, and we're going to discard it into the graveyard, target itself, and summon it back onto the field. You need a valid target first before you can actually do that. Another target you can do is this one, of course, if you can summon out properly. And now that we have Chain Summoning Beast, we can go ahead and activate the effect of Chain Summoning Beast, summoning out Raviel. I'm going to put it right here in defense mode, and we're going to activate Chaos Summoning Beast. And with a Chaos Summoning Beast, we are going to add the Fallen Paradise. We're going to activate it. Now here's the thing. That was just a 2-card combo, so I'm going to replenish my hand to give you guys a sample hand of what you might see. And if that was everything that worked well. So technically I have 3 other cards, and this is before Fallen Paradise. And this is what I have. Cerulean Skyfire. That's actually really good. So in this case, we're going to activate the Fallen Paradise. What the other 2 cards? We get another Opening of Spirit Gates and an MST. This is actually fairly useful because we can actually get a negation. We got something here. We have 3 other cards left in our hand. Especially with the Opening of Spirit Gates, you're bound to set up the Uria next. And not only can you set up the Uria next, I think we can even set up the trap. If you're able to get 2 monsters with the trap, your opponent's basically playing under like a permanent Baguska. It really sucks. And if you get the 3rd one out, they're under now a D-Fissure. And once they're under that, the game is over. There's not much that they can really do, because any monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead. And as they summon out more and more monsters, they just start losing. So it's very unfortunate for them, but it's really good news for you. There's another card that I actually considered trying to put into this deck, and that card is Recurring Nightmare. You can add monsters with 0 defense back into your hand, and that since all these guys have 0 defense, it's one of the things I considered. That is all I got for this Saturday video. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you guys missed our previous video of the ultimate counter guide to help you guys side with the current meta, all the side deck trends, and against 6 different matchups, well, go check out that video. It should probably be on the side somewhere. If not, it's probably on one of these annotation boxes. And if anything, hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, ding notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good Saturday.